Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Right now we have a mess in the garage because we have four of us in total in the garage working on my car. We all trying to get the manifold and the turbo oil drain situated before I put the motor in the car. As you can see, the manifold's not on the car. It's actually about to be welded right now by Benji. He's about to weld my flange because if you watch the previous video, you know I fucked up the flange. So he went ahead, cut off the old flange, sanded everything down, and I bought another one, and he's gonna go ahead and weld that down for me. And then we're trying to weld the oil drain on my turbo, and it was kind of shitty, so I went ahead and got Tony over here because none of us could weld it, so we got Tony. Hopefully he can figure it out. But yeah, you know, we're working on it. Oh, also, what? What?
I said I couldn't weld it. I didn't even try.
Well, yeah, he didn't try the aluminum.
But I did try that.
Yeah, he tried this. Well, it's weird. So over here, I can't weld. Me and him can weld fine over here. Let's see. So I did all this 3 earlier, and this was Benji right here. So that 4 was Benji, but I went ahead. I did this 3 myself, and I got it to work semi good. You know, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. But then as soon as I tried welding the gap, well, the gap is all fucked. So I tried welding it right here, and it was fucking straight garbage. And then I was welding this pipe onto the flange on the turbo, and it was straight garbage as well. So yeah. So Tony's better than any of us at welding aluminum because he did my whole intercooler piping on my other car. So I'm gonna have him do that. And I know last time I showed the intake manifold on the car, but once I bolted everything down, I noticed that this side was completely warped. So I had to take it to the machine shop, and they took out 100 thousandths of an inch off, which is almost a 16th of an inch off the manifold, just to get it straight. It was super bad. So I got that back, bolted it down, and I have my fuel rail on. Everything's on, so it should be all good. All right, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys see a difference now, because I was recording in 4K, and it seems super glitchy, and now everything seems way better and smoother. So I'll just leave it at 1080p. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna go ahead, get this V-band welded first. Tony's cleaning the mess that we made on the oil drain flange,
yeah,
which was pretty bad. Yeah, so we put it.
It looks nicer now already.
Yeah,
I cut a lot.
It was terrible. So
I cut a lot of the pieces off.
So this is the bend that I need for it to go to snake the manifold. So it's gonna go like that. I'll show you guys what's on the car. And on this side, we're gonna weld a AN fitting so we can hook up our oil drain here and then make a line from there to the oil pan. And then the line will be going from that fitting to the oil pan. So we'll have a short line, but it will be way more safe instead of having it run, you know, having a line run over the manifold. But yeah, let's get this welded and then see what these guys can do.
You look so funny holding both of those things.
Yeah. Damn, look at that tack.
That's a baby.
We all literally just fucking staring at Benji.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah. We got the teacher, the student. What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I play with shit all day, so I don't know.
I'm a hobbyist.
Yeah, I ain't shit, bro. I'm just watching.
A little bit of filling.
On the wastegate flange.
Well, we forgot that I needed a 309 rod, so we went to Tony's house, picked up some 309 rod, and now Benji just did the first pass.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It doesn't look bad. So Fernando's gonna take a turn on it, and then I think Tony's gonna take a turn.
Well, if Fernando fails, I'll have to try.
Damn, no confidence in my boy over here. So we're just gonna let it cool down a little bit just because I don't wanna warp it. So if you guys know, last one I fucked it up, so trying to be safe with this one. But yeah, let it cool down for a couple minutes and then hit it again. Yo, Fred, he was salty because I was talking shit about him. He's a big welding guy, but look at that. Yeah, better than Benji out here. Look at this. All right, Tony's next. Let it cool down. Let's see what Tony can do.
No, I'm not welding with that. He's
This
got
guy.
it.
I got it. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
I'm still practicing.
That shit funny as hell. All right, guys, yeah, but we're gonna keep going. Then once we're done, I'll come back. Yes, that shit funny as hell though. All right, so I had to pull my weight and weld it myself. not the best, but nah, just kidding. Fernando ended up
Now we
welding
got
it.
3 welders.
So Benji did like an inch, and then I tried doing it. I kind of fucked it up, so Fernando finished it. And again, we're welding stainless to steel, so it's kind of shitty. Wasn't the best, but I mean, it came out pretty decent for what it is. We'll remove the wastegate and make sure it's not fucking warped. But
It turns.
yeah, it should have been warped. Should be good. But yeah, we're about to let this cool down, put this in the car, and start doing the oil drain. Which is, guys, that's what it's here for. It's already late, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and we're over here fucking with using wastegate. So yeah. All right, guys. So as you can see, here's the V-band. Came out pretty good. It's not, you know, burnt out compared to the one that did. So this is the one I fucking did. It's all fucking blue and colorful, meaning that it got way too hot. And this one's perfect. It's not bent at all. Looks pretty good. You know, proud of this guy, you know. All right, guys, so you can see here we have the oil drain. Again, this is aluminum, so I'm not sure how good it's gonna work, but I hope it doesn't bend. I don't think it will. I tried bending it myself with my, you know, my hands, and it didn't really work. But I want to put it on and see how it looks finished. So the plan, like I said, was to use this and then to grab this 45-degree, connect it to this side of the band, and connect it to this side of the oil drain, and then just make a small line from here to the oil drain on the oil pan, and that will complete our oil drain. So by having this hard line, we won't have to worry about having this oil leak and having the line get brittle and all that. So this will help a lot. And just my concern is, since it's aluminum, we have the chance that it might bend. But so I just gotta be careful when I put it in, you know, just make sure that it doesn't bend. So I also went ahead and brought my motor mounts so I can get all that on and get everything situated, because I want to start putting everything on the motor just so I can drop this in the car this week coming up. So yeah, definitely want to start putting on the motor mounts, bring the transmission over here, put it on, you know, put on the clutch, put on the trans, and get everything buttoned up so I can put it in the car and have to do minimum work inside the car. Then the thing that we'll have to do is just, I have to wait on the wastegate, just so I don't know how far it's gonna be from the sunframe. I'll have to make a dump tube for that, but that'll be later on once it's in the car. All right, so I got the oil drain here, and so you can see if it's pretty perfect. This is gonna be like the tiniest AN line ever. It's probably gonna be around 1.5 inches. The way that this manifold is routed and the way that everything's clocked is super hard to get a fitting in there. So this is gonna be the best option that we have. And again, you know, it keeps it away from the manifold. There's no line touching the manifold, so it's super nice. But yeah, I have to go ahead and measure for the line and have to get it perfect. I got a couple fittings, but I really don't want to mess any of the fittings up. So I gotta go ahead, measure this and get the new line made, and then we should be done with the oil drain. All right, guys, so I really don't know where this video is at. It's been a couple days. It's been actually over a week. I hurt my leg pretty bad. I was moving a motor at my brother's house, and I was helping my brother pull his motor, his Miata, and the whole motor fell on top of me, and it almost broke my leg. My leg is really messed up right now. I'll put a video on it right now.
Levántalo de atrás.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and put the clip because I was actually recording for TikTok, and just to make a little like before and after his car, and I got fucked. So as you can see, that thing fell me pretty hard. It hurts a lot. I can barely walk, and it's been a week. I went ahead and got an x-ray, and the x-ray came out good. It's just really, it's like super bruised, and I have to let it rest. And I've been walking around everywhere. Every single night, I can barely walk because, you know, I spent all day walking on it. But I really want to put this motor into the car today, or hopefully tomorrow. But it should be good to put it in today. The only thing I have to do is just go ahead and do the clutch and the transmission, which is on the floor. As you can see, the motor's looking pretty good. Oil line's on, oil drain. I still have to go ahead and buy the coolant fittings, but I go ahead and do that later. But I was just getting the clutch ready for the car. So I got the clutch over here. I have, it's all ready. The flywheel. So I bought this kit used. So I went ahead and bought a new flywheel plate. So there's a new plate that I put yesterday. So you don't have to worry about it. Because The one that they had was pretty chewed up, and it was really warped. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this plate was super warped. Did not look good at all. So when I had to get it replaced, so we got a new one on it. I gotta put my adapter plate on the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the motor ready to put on the floor, just so I can put the transmission on it. And this motor is super heavy, and since my brother's motor fell on me, I've been terrified of like being near this motor. I got a PTSD now. Like every time I go near the engine, I'm like super scared that the engine is gonna break and it's gonna fall on top of me. So kind of sucks that I'm alone. My brother's supposed to come, but he's busy doing some stuff for work. So I'm just gonna have to, take this out the stand alone, which is not a big deal, it comes right off. But I'm just terrified to use this engine hoist. And a lot of people are gonna ask, how did it happen? So on this side, we used to have, so I lost a pin a while ago, like years ago, and we were using this pin that had no cotter pin on it. So the pin, what ended up happening, the pin came off since it had no cotter pin. We were trying to pull it out. Once we got the motor out of the car, we were swinging it. The pin, like you can hear the pin hit the floor if you go back on the video. So the metal conking is a pin falling on the floor. No one noticed it. So what ended up happening, the leg collapsed and it fell on top of me. This motor should have been in the car last week, and I had to do some stuff for work. I had to do, had to call off work for a whole week. I had to, I couldn't work on my car. So it definitely sucked. I was on my bed for a couple of days, just pissed off that I couldn't do nothing. But at least we can walk around a little bit now, and I really have to get stuff done because the season is around the corner. It's literally like we're gonna start drifting, I think, next month, and I need to get a lot of seat time with this car because it's gonna be way different. I have, I did a lot of stuff to this car this year, so I do have a lot of work to do on this car. And I was thinking about getting a cage for the car, but I found one that's like 5 hours away. It's a Cage Kids cage, so which is like one of the best cage you can get. They get one's like $1,700 for it, but I'm kind of broke right now. I really can't afford it, especially since I just called off a week from work. And the past 2 weeks, I was in Puerto Rico for vacation, so I'm not gonna get paid for a while now. So I'm like, I don't know if I should go buy it because I have to go work before I do any of that. But if I end up getting the cage, then I'll definitely have way more work on my hands. Oh yeah, and I went ahead and we got bolts for it. So after he fell on top of me, my friend Fernando felt bad. We actually went and we got bolts for it. We should have done that before he fell on me, but hey, you live and you learn. Well, I told you before I had to record, but actually went pretty smooth. Now we got the motor on the floor. I'm about to put the plate on. I just gotta line up the dowels and then start bolting it up. And it should be pretty simple. It's bolt the plate, below the bolts, the clutch, and then the trans. All right, guys, so I got the flywheel in, Loctite the bolts, but I was just noticing that this doesn't have a pilot bushing. And I asked the guy who I bought this from which one did he use. My guess is a stock like CD09 pilot bushing. But the gap where the bushing goes and where the crank is, it's very shallow. It's not that deep. So I really don't know which bushing it fits there, but I do have I have a flywheel with a pilot bushing from a CD at my mom's house. So I'm just gonna go over there, pick that up, and then see if that is the same or different. Well, actually, I just remembered that the pilot bushing on the CD09s, they're on the crank itself, not on the flywheel. So yeah, I definitely have to figure out which one this uses. If anything, I'll call the company who makes this kit and ask them. All right, guys. So the guy has an answer, and I call Autosport Engineering, and they haven't replied to me yet. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see what see if either of them reply, because I have to put this in, and I will not put it in without it because the last thing I want is the input shaft on the trans to blow up. All right, guys. So it's the next day, and unfortunately, well, you can see the motors back here still on the floor since I left it yesterday. So I was looking for the pilot bushing, and I ended up contacting the company, and they told me it's a custom made one. So fortunately, I had to order one from them, which is, I don't care about ordering one. It's just the fact that it's gonna take a week to get here. So the motor's gonna sit on that corner now, with the trans just laying next to it, because there's nothing I can do with the motor. I think about just working on the interior of the car, taking the dash out, taking everything out, making it look nice. Because to be honest, there's really nothing I can do right now. The motor is pretty much ready to be put in the car. My next thing was working on the intercooler piping and the exhaust. And of course, I cannot do that without a motor in the car. I need a transmission in the car so I can see where I'm gonna route my fuel lines and see how my exhaust is gonna be routed. I was really excited to work on this exhaust, but now I'm not gonna do nothing until a week. Not gonna do nothing until it shows up. But if you guys have been watching my channel, you guys know I have a Turbo Miata. And probably just go outside and show you guys. because I want to start it, and I have not started the car over a month. Hopefully the battery's not dead. She'll find out. So it's actually a really nice day today. 60 degrees outside, sunny. It's a little windy, but I'm just gonna go ahead, clean the whole garage before, you know, I start putting stuff away. I wanna clean all the leaves and everything. But here's my turbo Miata. It looks clean, kind of, but it's actually pretty rusty. So as you can see, the quarters are pretty rusted out, and the bottom has a lot of surface rust, which is, yeah, it's not rotted, but it's pretty fucked up. I have like new fenders for the front, fiberglass, and a new bumper and new eyelids for it. But to be honest, I'm looking for a shell just because I want a super clean shell. And I'm just old, man. Like this car, I built it to be a drift car. It was my old drift car back in like 5 years ago. But it has like an MB dash. It's super nice. Has an IRP shifter, turbo. And let's see. And this car, I was doing a 4G63 swap like years ago, like 3-4 years ago now. And as you can see, I cut the firewall to fit the motor back. So I hate how that looks. And I also have an intake manifold for this I want to put on, but I might just wait until I get the new shell. So I'm not 100% sure. And I cut a hole for the intercooler piping here, which was a big mistake because now I hate it and I want to run it back through here. And I want to have AC back in it because I hate driving this car in the summer. It gets so hot and it's super annoying. So there's a lot of stuff I want to fix in this car, but yeah. Oh, that's oil. This amount of oil here. Hope the turbos have blown seals. I mean, I literally never take care of this car. I feel terrible. Like I haven't done an oil change like in a year because I don't drive it. I drove it probably like 5 times last year, and it's pretty quick. I mean, it's on like 15 psi E85. Probably makes like around 20. Probably makes like 220. Let's see. Hopefully it starts. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm tired of these bucket seats. I'm tired of how hot it gets in here when you're driving it. So I definitely want to get a different shell with AC and have it rust free and all that. So, but yeah, I mean, the car starts up every time. It runs perfectly fine. So if anyone finds a shell, clean shell, let me know. Definitely buy it. But yeah, as you saw, the car is pretty, you know, not terrible, I guess. Like I said, I just want something that's clean and not rusty and just comfortable on the inside. I want stock seats, just a roll bar and a hardtop, some coils and wheels, and that's it. You know, of course, the shell that I get, I'll put the turbo motor in it. But I just want something interior that's clean and it's not super loud and it has AC. I just want something comfortable because, you know, it's not my drift car no more. So I'll find a shell eventually and do that with that car. But for now, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, that's that for the Miata. I don't know if I show you guys, but I got new wheels. I got 6 of these wheels from my friend Ross, and they look pretty good, you know, on the car. So you can see, better than those. Which I'm actually selling these wheels. These are 18x9s, ET15, and they have decent tires. I have 2 of those, and then I have some XSR 17s. These are 17 by 8 1/4, 35 offset. And I got 4 of those. So I'm selling a couple wheels, and I have a bunch of 350Z wheels. So if anyone wants like the 35th year anniversary 350Z wheels, I think I have like 8 of them. So hit me up. I'm just trying to get rid of all the wheels that I'm not using, just because I got all matching wheels for this year. So getting rid of all my old stuff and buying new stuff. Excuse all the talking in this video, but I just want to inform you guys on what's going on and what's up with all, you know, with the cars. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to watch more of the car, the Miata, I'll probably make more videos on that car once summer is here. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to watch more, make sure to click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.